Hello everyone, my name is Ashima and today we will discuss about trigonometric ratios. So now we will consider the right angle triangle. We will talk about the right angle triangle. Right angle triangle in which one angle is 90 degree and the other two are acute angles. So here the triangle ABC is the right angle triangle. The angle B is 90 degree, angle A and angle C are two acute angles. Acute angles are those angles which are less than 90 degree. So now the side opposite to angle A is the side BC. The side adjacent to angle A is BA. This is also the adjacent one, but in right angle triangle it is called the hypotenuse, denoted by H. Okay? If we talk about the angle A, then the adjacent side, that means the AB, is base. I am denoting this with, I am writing it base. The opposite side to angle A is BC, which is called as the perpendicular. That means a right angle triangle has three sides: base, hypotenuse and the perpendicular. And now with the help of these sides, that means the hypotenuse, perpendicular and base, we consider these as ratios and call them the trigonometric ratios. That means we involve these sides in ratios and call them the trigonometric ratios. So now, according to these sides, now I am considering the ratio of any of these sides. Let us say I am considering the ratio of perpendicular and the hypotenuse. That means I am considering the ratio BC divided by AC, which is BC divided by AC. Yani ki that means perpendicular over hypotenuse. So this ratio is equals to, in trigonometric ratio, it is called, this ratio in trigonometric ratio is called sine. Sine of what? Sine of, I am talking about the angle A. So sine A. Got it? Now, second, if I consider the base upon my hypotenuse, that means AB divided by AC, which is called cos A. That means which is base over hypotenuse. It is equals to cos A. If I consider the perpendicular over base, that means P divided by B. Perpendicular is BC and base is AB. It is called as tan of A. These are the trigonometric ratios. That means sine A, cosine and tan. These are the short forms. Its full name is, it is written as sine A. It is written as cosine A. It is written as tangent A. Now students, if I talk about tangent A means you have to know that tangent A means perpendicular over base. That means BC divided by AB. If I talk about sine A, that means sine A, which is perpendicular over hypotenuse. That means BC divided by AC. If I talk about cosine, you should know that cosine is base over hypotenuse. That means AB divided by AC. There are 6 trigonometric ratios and I have already told you about 3. We are left with now other 3s, which are opposite to these. So these 3, sine A, cosine A and tangent A, these are the base of the trigonometric ratios. Always remember, sine A is perpendicular over hypotenuse, cosine A is base over hypotenuse, tangent A is perpendicular over base. So we have already talked about the base of the trigonometric ratios, these 3s. Now we will talk about these 3 ratios. These are also called trigonometric ratios, but there is some small difference. Like if we talk about secant A, which is opposite or reverse to the sine A. That means sine A was perpendicular over hypotenuse. Now cosecant is hypotenuse over perpendicular, H over P. Got it? If we talk about secant A, which is reversible of cosine A. Cosine A was base over hypotenuse. Secant is hypotenuse over base. Now you will tell cotangent A. What it will be? base over perpendicular. The reverse of tangent A. Got it? So these are the 6 trigonometric ratios. Our first ratio is sin A. Second ratio is cosine A. Third ratio is tangent A. Fourth ratio is cosecant A. Fifth ratio is secant A. Sixth ratio is cotangent A. Cotangent, the short form is cot A. The short form of secant is sec A. The short form of cosecant is cosec A. Note down in your notebook the ratios and we'll discuss about something interesting about the trigonometric ratios. So here now I have two right angle triangles which are absolutely similar. Let us say this angle is A, as you all know, and in this triangle this angle is angle C. If I talk about, I've already talked about sin A. Sin A. This is your base, this is your hypotenuse, this is your perpendicular. If I talk about angle A. But in the same triangle, if I talk about angle C, come to this point. Angle C. According to this angle C, this is its base. This is its hypotenuse. Hypotenuse remain the same, and this will become perpendicular. This is a very common mistake some of the students do in their examination. You have to change the base and the perpendicular. The angle opposite to this angle, the side opposite to this angle is the perpendicular, always. The side opposite to this angle is always be the perpendicular. So if I talk about if I talk about sin A, which is equals to P divided H. So which is equals to BC divided by AC. Got it? BC divided by AC. Now in this triangle, if I talk about sin C, what is the value of sin C? Perpendicular over hypotenuse. Now the perpendicular is AB. That means AB divided by AC. This is the basic difference. It is a basic difference between the values of sin A and sin C. I hope you got this idea.